Well, I became the director here at the end of January. We had a couple of good weeks before, we did have the COVID, and I've seen the work that these people have done on this project, the board, the trustees, our former director who's actually joining us today. It's great to see. Anyway, I'm just trying to follow in that shadow and really been part of the community, been blessed, and for that I thank you all. So let me tell you a little bit about a dream that was started much before I was ever able, or I was here. And let me show you our vision, our plan. We've got an opportunity here to add roughly 3,000 square feet with a number of excellent features here. We're going to add a community room going from 56 to 70 people. We're adding meeting rooms, extra extended area for our adult patrons, and a really great kids zone, as well as technology and a lot more. CVR, our benefactor here, which Jerry will talk more about. We will have this multi-purpose room, which will be available for the community to use for events. And again, this is for everyone. This is going to be, we hope anyway, quite a cornerstone of the community here. Multi-purpose, anywhere from a wedding reception to the Lions Club to even like a children's game night, the Cub Scouts. Anyone will have access to this room, as well as other learning events, or even we're hoping even community events, things like Antique Roadshow, things like that will be available there. So that's an outline of the vision. It's going to serve, there's going to be a number of community rooms in there that are going to serve places that we have a relationship with the Riverview Center. Some real good organizations that do some really good community work. And again, that particular theme comes through on this. It's the CVR community room as part of this plan. So we'll be having the Riverview Center. There's a number of organizations that help with people who need assistance, whether it be for heating or food assistance, that currently use our space now, but are forced into a very small room. And we hope to make this a refuge for individuals like that, and expand even their availability to use small conference rooms. Sometimes for very personal and intimate needs, but part of a safe place that they can come to, and that we're hoping even, it's a tri-state effect. Some of these groups like the Review Center are from Dubuque, so in with this plan, this community plan, it's farther reaching than just the library here. It really is multifunction. With that, I think what we'll have Jerry give you some of our good news now. Better news here. Tell you a little bit about all the work and what we've got here.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here today, and a very exciting day for the East Dubuque District Library. We have a remarkable opportunity. I think it comes along once in a generation. Actually, I think it's once in multi-generations. As you know, this is a very crowded space, which is a good thing that so many people want to use the facilities that we have here. The challenge has been a shortage of space. And all of you are standing within what will be the new expansion. It'll all spread out right there. And so You might be sitting and maybe a famous author will be coming to talk to 70 of you, or maybe you'll have a wedding reception here or whatever, but this is a place for so many people. And it's a place for adults, it's a place for kids. And the project is important whether you particularly use the library to check out books or not. It is very important for that purpose, and videos, and have access to computers. I was working on a project just a month ago, and my computer stopped working, and my internet was wonky at the house, and I went to a library for a week straight and spent like 6 hours a day. So it's not just those in financial need that need a library sometimes to be able to get internet and to be able to get access to computers. So it's been a recognized need for a long time. And this plan has been developed by Straka Johnson Architects, and also by probably the foremost library expert in Illinois. His name is Fred Schliff, and he came and did a wonderful analysis and helped us modify our plans. We've had 7 or 8 meetings with a cross-section of people in East Dubuque to learn, is this the correct approach? Is there other things we should be thinking about? Is it large enough? Is it too large? And we're very, very satisfied to know that we think we have the information. Can you all hear me still? Yes. Okay, we think we have the information that we can move forward now to create bidding documents, construction documents. Because the good news is this is a $1.6 million project. The good news is we already have $1.2 million either given or given to us as a challenge grant. So that puts us in a remarkable position. 75% of the funds needed have already been either granted or they are pledged, provided we raise the remaining $400,000. 1.2 million plus another 400 will give us our 1.6. So it's a tremendous day to be able to say that this dream has every possibility of becoming a reality, and becoming a reality so soon that we believe that we could be under construction in spring or summer of 2021. And that's going to depend on the very already demonstrated generosity of this community. And by this community, I mean Menominee and East Dubuque and everybody that's in the East Dubuque School District, as well as our neighbors in the tri-state area. I've lived in East Dubuque for 20 years, and I just love it. And the library is my favorite place, except for home, my favorite place in East Dubuque. So here's how all this came about in a brief way. CVR Energy, which is an indirect parent company of the fertilizer plant, has donated pledged $400,000 for the community room, and they are our primary benefactor. Shortly thereafter, a single family in East Dubuque said, we will challenge the community, and if the community can we will challenge them with a $400,000 challenge grant. If the community can raise another $400,000 from private and governmental sources, or private and business sources within the tri-state area. Then shortly after that, the state of Iowa awarded us a grant, state of Illinois. The state of Illinois granted us a library construction grant of $433,000. This is a highly competitive grant. A certain amount of money was already designated for Chicago. All the libraries who had been waiting since 2013, that's the last time that they had this program, and they did it again this year. And so we were awarded $433,000. So $400,000 is pledged. $400,000 challenge grant needs to be matched. The $433,000 from the state needs to be matched, but the same $400,000 can match both. So what's unique about this is a gift of $10,000 becomes a gift of $30,000 just like that. So we are in an enormously beneficial situation here because the dream has been here for a long time. The need has been here for a long time. The resources now are coming forth, and we're getting tremendous response from our cross-section of citizens. Yes, move forward. I love this. This is very important to us as a community.
Thank you, Jerry. Welcome. And I'm just going to I'm just going to talk a little bit more on that state grant. Again, we hired the expert who writes the books on how to build libraries to help us attain this. It was a lot of work from the staff, the foundation, myself included, and the board of trustees to make sure that what we gave the state was indeed competitive. So this kind of an opportunity, at least for that 433,000, it is probably not going to come around again. That was quite a bit of work, and we've been trying that plan for a number of years. So we were extremely surprised, proud of our work, and glad that we finally were able to obtain that. So that's a real opportunity there. Just icing on the cake, especially with the CVR grant and all that entailed. All right, so we do have a couple of members of our local government here. We have His Honor Kurt. If I could get you just to give me a couple of words. We also have Loris here. Loris here. That's the city manager. And I'm just going to turn it over to them for just a couple of kind words on our...
You can keep the microphone. I got a strong voice. You'll hear me. All right. It's a pleasure to be here today as the mayor of East Dubuque. Our city is working hard to encourage growth and new citizens. When a family looks at East Dubuque, one of the first questions is always about educational opportunities for their children. We are blessed to have an excellent school and public library. With this exciting new project and additional features, our library board is providing a facility that the city can be proud of. I commend them for their efforts and look forward to making this project happen. Thank you.
All right, so if anybody would like to, we have a wonderful video inside that you can view. It's mostly starring Jerry. I do appear in it once, so we'd like to welcome you in for that, as well as open it.
If there's any questions right here.
Well, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, and as well as open it up to any questions you might have that we'd be happy to answer. Old jokes, new jokes. Any questions? Nothing?
I'd kind of like to know.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah, there you go.
we're hoping that